Okay guys, been a while. Tonight, this afternoon, I'm going to cook up a pork roast in the Akorn. So here it is, a pork loin roast. We'll get this prepared. Now it's in the morning, so I'm going to dry it off with paper towel. And I'm going to cut into the skin. Look at that. Alright, what we're going to do is going to put some salt on it now, and we're going to leave it sit for the rest of the day with the salt on it. And the salt's going to like dry out the skin. Hopefully it's going to make really good crackling. Alright. Try and get the salt. And you want to put heaps. Yeah, don't go sparingly with the salt while this is gonna because the salt's going to dry out the skin, and that's where you're going to get your nice crackling, which this is the theory anyway. So go to town. This is just standard table salt I'm using here. There we go. Now you don't want to bake it like that. When we're ready to bake this, we'll wipe off the excess salt and then we'll bake it. Put it in the fridge till we're ready to cook this afternoon. So anyway guys, a lot of you who've watched me do cooking is usually on an Akorn Junior. Alright, so last Christmas I went out and I bought its big brother, the Akorn. And yeah, so anyway, this is it. So that there is the Akorn. Alright, so here's the Akorn. This is what I'm going to be cooking the roast pork on. It's a lot bigger than the Akorn Junior. And it comes, it's got these side shells. You can take the grill out. But a really good feature with this is this stone, this heat deflector. So that just moves the heat around the outside, and it cooks like an oven absolutely brilliantly. You can put the grill on, and it's got this U-Butte other thing here, so I could bake me veggies in here. I could do the roast pork in there. Okay, works absolutely brilliantly. Anyway guys, we're going to get the roast pork out. We're going to fire this thing up and let's see how this all goes. So we're just lighting up the Akorn, get this thing going. Probably see I'm using charcoal. And this stuff is probably better than the heat beads, I reckon. So we'll put the stone on it. Put the grill down, and that will take somewhere around half hour, 45 minutes or so to fully ignite and start running properly. Open up the vent wide open. And we'll just wait now. Okay, so coals must be all firing up in there. It's up to 100 degrees Celsius. When it gets to about 150 degrees Celsius, I'll start closing some of the vents off a bit, slow it down. I want to get it to around, somewhere around 250 degrees, because I want to start the first half hour of cooking the roast pork. I want it to be somewhere around 230 degrees, and when I open it up, it'll lose a bit of heat. When I put the pork in, it will absorb some of that heat and hopefully drop back to around 220, 230, and we'll keep it at that for about half an hour. Alright, so I've got the roast pork out. As you can see all the salt on it. Now, I'll scrape all this off. Now, when I first did this, I actually put Glad wrap on it, but then I took the Glad wrap off. And I would recommend do not put the Glad wrap on. Just put the salt on it and put it in the fridge, just like you see here. Because you've got to take this salt off because it'll be just too much. It'll taste too salty. But see that the salt's dried out the crackling, and basically we're ready. I'm going to put it inside a baking dish, and that's how we'll bake it. So there's my baking dish. I'll put the pork in like that, and that'll give me plenty of room to put all my veggies in there. I want to cook it in a baking dish because I'm going to have a go at using all the juices that come out, all from the veggies and from the roast pork. We're going to turn that into a gravy. But anyway, now we're just going to wait until the oven gets to the optimum temperature, and we'll bake it, and we'll put it in the Akorn. Okay, so as you can see there, it's about 170 degrees climbing. I'm going to start closing off the vents now to try and settle it out, because once I do that, it will still keep climbing quite a bit. So then turn that back to 2, no, make it 1.5, 1. And the bottom vent, we'll close that down just to about there. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on the temperature, but it will still keep rising, but I want to try and start slowing it down now. Okay, it's climbing up between 240 and 250 degrees Celsius. So what I'm going to do now is quickly put the roast in. We'll see where it drops to. We want it around 230 degrees and hold it there for about half an hour. Alright, so the oven's sitting, oh, it's just a tad under 230 degrees. It's holding pretty good. I got 20 minutes to go till we lift it up, and what we're going to do is drop the temperature back down to about 180 degrees. And then we'll cook it for the remainder of the time at 180 degrees. I don't cook it, go by time, I go by what the internal temperature of the roast is. Okay guys, been half an hour. Gonna take the roast out, put it on the breadboard here. We're gonna have a look at it. Oh geez, the crackling's looking all right. Nice and hard. So, put the veggies in. I'm going to leave the pumpkin out for the time being. Gonna base some oil over it all. Find that the oil helps everything go real golden. Now I want to try and drop the temperature down to about 180 degrees, and we'll just slowly cook it all. Alright, so that's another half hour. It's been an hour now since it's been put in, so let's have a look. So the crackling's looking really good. Put in the pumpkin. Turn some of these veggies over. See what it's looking like inside. So pork is actually down there done. So we're going to put it back in for a bit longer. 15-20 minutes. We'll pull the pork out, see how the veggies are. The pumpkin might need to be in for a bit longer. And that should be it. Okay, 15 minutes, we'll see. Been 15 minutes. Let's have a look. Okay, we'll look at the temperature of the roast. Put it right about in the middle. As I expected, the pumpkin's cooking really quickly. Okay, the pork, I'm pulling that out now, and we'll let it sit for a bit. All the veggies will get pulled out. We're going to serve this thing up. Well, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's have the crackling's pretty hard. Look at that. Look how juicy that is. Crackling just falls off. Okay guys, have a look. Beautiful and juicy. And that's my meal. Roast pork, cooked on the Akorn. Gravy, beautiful. Alright, we'll try out some of the crackling. We wouldn't want to be any more saltier, but it's pretty good. Anyway guys, I'm going to have my meal. Click the thumbs up, do the subscribe. I know it's been a while, but I'll see you for the next one.